What is up, everybody? Welcome back to DFW Metal Mayhem, the most brutal podcast in the Metroplex. And you guys have been requesting this band ever since I started this shit. But there's no way I'm going to have a band on like this when I had nothing. I wanted to make sure I had everything right for the motherfuckers in Demonseed.
Fuck you.
Hell yeah.
Hey, what's up, man?
Alright, guys, introduce yourselves and what you do in the band, please.
Jace, I do vocals.
Carlos, I'm a guitar player.
I'm John, I play bass.
I'm Bobby, play guitar.
Carlos is actually, I believe, the third Pitbull that's ever been on this show. Like,
oh, really?
not counting me. I think it was Alex and Ico, and now you, sir. But this is an original motherfucker. This dude started out in 1989, right?
Yeah.
Right along with David and Sean.
Well, that's not when I want to say it started in '94 or something like that. I wasn't around from the beginning. I got sucked into it. But for a while, that was just me, Joker, and David.
So why don't we go into that just for like a tiny bit, like just like how you personally got started into it?
You want to know what? Demonseed started playing out shows in March that year in '98, and David was kind of trying to schmooze me to become a Pitbull. There wasn't many of us, and he was doing his own recruiting at the time. And he sets up this show, and it was Torment Define, Century, a band called Beethoven, and Demonseed. And we played really early, and we also got to play really late because we had a little bit of time left. It was way deep on work back then.
Yeah.
A little more flourishing. And it was at the Asylum, which it was the old Tunnel Works, which is right across the street from the Galaxy Club. It's a little outdoor venue. Cool place. I don't even know it's still there.
No, I don't think so, but I remember hearing about Galaxy Club. My dad would go there all the time.
Not Galaxy, the Asylum.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and they had kind of ironwork sculptures. Really cool.
Fuck yeah.
Avant-garde. And well, David says, well, look, man, you're going to get a lot of shows. You're going to get a lot of offers like this. The Pit Bulls, these guys, they might give you hot dogs. The Pit Bulls will always bring the chili and cheese.
Why doesn't David talk like that anymore?
Yeah, well, he's a bit more ambitious then. Yeah, so anyhow, chili and cheese dogs is what did it for us.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. So, now I just want to gear back to Demonseed. I kind of like always giving a Pitbull like a moment to talk about like shit because, you know, I rep it too. So why don't we go back to the humble beginnings of Demonseed. Take us back to the history, the 101s.
Well,
the ups, downs, the
I thought of the name when I was still in Michigan, and then I kind of hitchhiked to Texas, and then I was here for a while and I started gathering up members, and I wasn't going to be a death metal band. I was just going to be a heavy band. Well, everybody kind of sounded like Pantera when I got here, so that like just the normal heavy band was not doable anymore. Everybody else sounded like that. And the musicians that were coming to audition for my little whatever it was going to be, it was just going to be called Demonseed, and I don't know who was going to be in it or what we're going to sound like. We're all death metal musicians, so I kind of had well, fuck, if this is what I'm getting, this is what I'm getting, you know. And then I got into, I'd always been into like Morbid Angel, Obituary, Deicide, stuff like that. But then I started getting into some of the newer bands, seeing what they were doing, specifically like the very first Dying Fetus album, or the first Purification Through Violence. And it kind of gave me an idea of what could be done with death metal. It wasn't just fast, it wasn't just, you know, distorted vocals, there was more to it. You could add to it. So that's why we stayed a death metal band. That and all the musicians that were coming were death metal musicians. So. And
now you guys moniker the TXDM label like one of the biggest TXDM bands, not only here but just in Texas. Like no matter where you go from the tip to the bottom near Mexico, like fucking Demonseed, like someone's heard of you at least once or twice.
We were really fortunate in kind of getting on that wave because it really all it was death metal bands from Texas, but we kind of. Since I think we've always had a great pedigree here in Texas as far as death metal or music in general, those people like Century, Devourment, Prophecy, they all had a sound, you know. And so since they kept on raising the bar, we would have to raise the bar. Bloodstained Carpet too. Those guys were the very first, that's where Bob came from. Those guys were the very first like newer school, like outside of Fetus. They were the first they were pushing the boundaries of what TXDM could be, and like I said, back then it wasn't called that, but they were raising the bar. So I think that sound comes from everybody constantly raising the bar because everybody else is getting better, you know. You have to do something.
Yeah, I can't think of a bad TXDM band. I honestly can't. Like, I've always been a fan of Steinax, even with their old lineup. But then, like, we got this new lineup, and it just fucking slayed.
Yeah.
Like, homie picked out like a killer's row of people, and
Pretty good lineup.
Yeah.
Now. I remember when they first started.
Oh God, we love you, Kobe, but that's funny. You go watch some of the old.
We have all stood there and said that. Oh man, I like this lineup. Man, these guys are getting better. Man, these guys are getting better. You know, these guys are top notch. These guys are really pushing the bar.
Yeah, and like if you're even a casual in the scene, like Texas is known for its death metal. Like we have really good thrash bands, we have really good black metal bands, we have really good grindcore bands, but like it's always been the brutal death here.
Yeah.
Like just the silver lining. In fact, Scorcher's third show ever, we opened up for Deicide with these motherfuckers, and that was a lot of fun.
That was pretty killer.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Cool, man.
I got to meet Glenn, but we exchanged a couple words. He said we did good, and then I forgot the guitarist's name. That's bad. I should never forget his name, but I forgot. But I remember he was like, "Keep doing it. This is your third show." Yeah. How many tickets did you sell? 48. What? I'm like, oh, was I supposed to sell less? Shit, I don't know. But yeah, I do keep it up. So I don't know. That's always kind of stuck with me. That was a lot of fun. Oh, for sure. So real quickly, I wanted to go into like your influences. Like, I know, like I know we just got into like the first Dying Fetus album, for example. Like any musicians or just like any other bands that like come to mind that kind of like drive like your like.
Yeah, go around the table with that one. That's a great question.
It's a bunch, man. Anything like Morbid Angel and
Morbid.
all the old school shit.
Cannibal. Decapitated.
Yeah, Decapitated.
Lots of fucking Decapitated.
A lot of people say that here's a big Decapitated influence.
Yeah.
For sure.
Right off the bat, I would say that, like I said, I wasn't always into death metal, so like Anthrax, Metallica, Slayer, Gwar was a gigantic influence. Before that, like Minor Threat, Youth of Today, The Misfits is like my be-all, end-all. Mm-hmm. And then on to, Obituary, Morbid Angel, Deicide. Yeah. A lot of Dying Fetus, and then the newer school slam bands, Waking the Cadaver, those guys are pretty cool. The newer tech bands, Archspire, those guys are, they just inspire you,
Alter Beast and shit.
The Alter Beast, hell yeah, that's a good one too.
Alter Beast is
sick.
Yeah, those guys are fucking sick as shit.
Yeah.
You know who we didn't mention on the TXDM? Is fucking Whitaker. So
yeah.
Viral Load needs a damn sure honorable mention because he personified that sound. A lot of bands around the world that try to sound somebody like TXDM, Insidious, Viral Load, Devourment, Prophecy. They try to sound like those bands.
Yeah.
What you gonna say?
That's what I was gonna say. Fucking Serious Decrepity. That's my dude, man.
Yeah.
Copy paste.
Sean Whitaker, I love you if you're watching this.
Yeah, he's a riff master, man.
Yeah.
If you've ever seen this motherfucker play bass, he's, my opinion, one of the best bass players we have in the scene. This dude just...
I try to, at least. I try to look like I know what I'm doing.
I would beg to differ. I would say he's a lot better on the ukulele than he is on the bass.
We did history together. We used to be in Bullets out here.
There you go.
Back in the day, so we've been together for a while.
Hell yeah.
A few years. Like 7, 8, 9, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Of course, Bobby from Bloodstain back in the day.
Me and Mud from Mind Destruction were in Bloodstain for it was like 8 years or so with Mud, and 4 or 5 years before that.
Wow, Mud was in the band 8 years, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Wow.
It was a long time, man.
Yeah, that was a long time.
Mud, come on the podcast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think he just lives up the road. He
does.
Yeah, he lives like right down George Bush Turnpike. Come on. It only costs like $3 to get here if you take it.
Yeah. Yeah, he's close enough to take the back roads. You have to do that.
Yeah, it's only actually like 4 minutes. You can do it. I'm Destruction.
Yes. Get him on.
But one thing I really wanted to get into, you guys, last year was a really good year for you guys at the beginning. You guys released, Human Syndicate.
Human Disposal Syndicate.
Yeah. Disposal Syndicate, like really one of the best songs of the year that I picked up. Even though I could not make it to the CD release show, I'm like, I got my home like, hey, buy me a fucking CD.
that was a really fun show, man.
Great night.
Oh, I saw the fucking pits on the video. I'm like, what?
Oh yeah,
I want to be there.
the pits were ridiculously nasty. It was a good show.
There was one video in particular. This is the first time I saw Dizzy like literally just body somebody. He literally like dude literally felt like on his shoulders, like on his back, like some fucking anime shit. And it just like was laid out. I'm like, fucking Dizzy shit. This was like right when I was starting to like really talk to the people, and like I believe I talked to Dave for the first time like a month before that. So like that was like the first time they were like noticing me. So I was just like, and I forgot who told me what, like, but one of them said you should like watch everybody and like pick up on what they do and like sharpen your style, because at that time I was kind of doing like this like little weird flimsy shit.
Oh yeah.
And they're like, just watch everyone. And so like I was like watching all these videos. And I saw Dizzy do that. I'm like, I may not be able to do that, but that's sick as shit.
You know, see that's another thing about Texas that is super unique is I don't know that they have roundtable discussions everywhere else about my style.
Yeah.
Anywhere else but here. You know what I mean?
Right.
Big huge part about why this scene flourishes is because it's such a spectacle to see. From the outside looking in, it's way cool. Yeah. I know we don't have one like that in Detroit. It's everybody from the you might get fucking shanked with a bottle or something.
Oh god. Actually, I don't know. I told John this, but I posted about it this morning. But at Empty Shell show last night, while Sinner of Disease was playing, these fucking I guess there's this chick, just young, like, alternative looking chick, like teal, like light green hair, short, like around here, was like super fucking gone on like meth or like ecstasy or some shit. I don't fucking know. She would like get up on the floor and just like do like these like weird like shit. I don't know, like she was trying to like dance to like Sinner of Disease, which is cool. Like no one was really in the pit in that moment. You're not gonna get hurt. It's cool. But
The pit picked up.
the pit started to pick up, and she went out. But then like when it started to die down just a little bit, but still like you had like Mike, Vest, and Carlos, like big ass dudes that like fucking army tanks. Like she's like on the floor about to twerk, and like I just see like, I don't know, like, bitch, like why isn't the light flashing before your eyes? This is dangerous. I grabbed her foot, I just dragged her out, and like her boyfriend, who could have passed as her grandpa,
God,
Sick.
literally started like walking up, like mean mugging the fuck out of me. I'm like, I'm not trying to do anything. I'm trying to help your girl out here. And like, I don't know, like I guess I looked up. I guess I looked really mad or something. And like, I think Alan, Kim, a couple other people like started giving this dude like really fucking dirty looks as he was walking down the floor. So I think he just kind of like stopped himself, walked up to his girl, and I got in between. I'm like, hey guys, like it's cool to like have fun, but like we don't want to hurt you, so like don't go on the floor like that. And they
do that weird shit over here on the side.
Yeah, dude, it was fucking freaky because like they went to the corner. Like where the stage is, it was like the far right corner. Like she was like pulling down like her like little spandex pants for him and all this shit, and it was just weird.
Why is that weird?
I mean,
Yeah, personally.
They found that I'm gay. but like Justin's like, what the fuck is going on over there? Like, I don't know. they eventually left, but it was just
I don't mind somebody twerking. I would like to see somebody do the worm around the pit. I mean, if they had that kind of stand.
Fucking Scotty Too Hottie.
Yeah. Hey man, if they could twerk doing that too, man, I'm hip. I want to see that.
I just, I don't know. Mike's a big dude. This girl is like a twig. I didn't want to see the end result of that because I didn't want to help scrape up fragments of her spine off the floor.
There's a price for everything,
man. I guess so. They're definitely
in the way.
Not sure how much the label sold.
Things took kind of a tough turn, I would say. Chase, you were involved in an automobile accident that wasn't his fault.
Yeah.
So can we, you know, if we go into that a little bit?
I mean, yeah, that's cool. Stupid chick hit me coming around the corner or whatever. Coming home from work. Messed my leg up. Had, piece of metal put in there, metal rod, some screws. Then I had to do bone graft where they took some bone out of my hip and placed it down there where I was missing bone and stuff, and that shit hurts.
Oh god, yeah.
I was a mean asshole for a good bit because that shit hurts.
What pain meds did they give you?
Hydrocodone. Muscle relaxers. And
Was
stuff.
it laced with Tylenol?
I'm not sure.
Mine was laced with Tylenol T3 when I had my ACL surgery. And that shit sucked because like I was trying to be productive like while I was recovering from my ACL surgery, and I would get up and like I started working on video projects. It was just before I was really into the scene and I was just doing my own thing. And like I would always pop pain because it fucking hurt. Like just leaning over, like moving over to the side, away from the pressure of the leg hurt for some weird reason. And I remember I would take a pain pill, like okay cool. I'd fall asleep for like 2 hours, wake up and wake up in fucking pain. It was the worst. But that was only my knee. You're talking about an entire fucking
Man, I don't know. That's unfair. It didn't matter what I took. I was taking like 2 at a time.
Yeah.
As needed, and it didn't matter.
No. With this injury and I guess the process of him recovering, was there ever like any like questions about like the future?
No,
not at all. Y'all knew that he was going to see
just
through.
that minor setback.
Yeah, that night, but as soon as I found out, as soon as they got him to the hospital, we went. And that was literally the first words out of his mouth. Was that Carlos? Demonseed. There was never any question. He was gonna roll over and do a show if he had to.
John was there. He seen him cutting me out of the car and shit.
Yeah.
We lived right down the street from each other. Like 4 houses down. And I was on my way to go get cigarettes at the time. And
He was coming home.
I was like driving to the store and I was like, oh, there's a wreck. And I started looking, I was like, oh shit, that's fucking Chase. And fucking slung my truck in somebody's front yard and got out and ran over there. They wouldn't let me go over there. They're like, you gotta stand over there. And I was like, fuck that shit. That's my fucking boy right there, man.
God damn.
I thought the dude was dead, man. The only time I seen him like say ow was when they moved his fucking leg. He's like, ow. And that was it, man.
Fuck. That's
This shit was nuts, man.
I was pretty calm about it all, I think. But it sucked.
That,
Just a
dude.
minor
Just
setback.
realizing what happened and everything.
And man, we're just happy that you're back on track. Like you.
Yeah, we're happy too.
Shit.
Yeah, like you. I mean, like you're walking around
I'm
again.
happy I had my leg because
Yeah.
I almost
Lost it.
Yeah.
That damn.
Yeah.
Fuck. That must have been.
Yeah, now like no boot, no crutches, no wheelchair, 100%.
100%.
What were we down to?
Yeah.
20% bone or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, if I'd have had any more bone missing, they would have amputated it, apparently.
Jesus Christ. But yeah, actually, it was actually really inspiring to see. November when you guys played along with Environment in Dead Rising's last show, you
That
played
was fun, man.
in that wheelchair and you owned that shit. You owned that shit. It was
I tried.
It was fucking rad. Like I was awestruck. Like I mean, I mean, if anything ever happened to me like that, I really hope that I could have that drive and that determination to keep it up because
Man.
like Skull Archer's like my baby now. You know what I mean? Like I like the only way I'm gonna stop Skull Archer is if you kill me.
I mean,
Yeah.
I couldn't say no, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Dead
you
Rising.
get to play at the Ridgely again,
Yeah, that was cool
and,
as fuck.
you know,
The history
see
we
our
have with
boys
Dead
off
Rising.
and Dead Rising and stuff.
Sick lineup, like every band.
Yeah,
Like
dude, it was awesome.
Yeah.
Just couldn't pass that up.
Yeah, it was
so,
a banging show too. It was ridiculous.
yeah.
Pretty special. I got to switch over to the main stage. So
I've seen Development quite a few times, and that was the best Development show I've ever seen on the face of the planet. They were just coming off of an Asia tour, and they were on fire, dude. They were awesome. They were awesome.
Hell yeah.
Awesome.
I stayed for a couple songs, but it was like almost 3 o'clock. I'm like,
No, fuck that, man.
I gotta work. Shit.
I got to
Yeah,
watch
that was
Development
the
for free. I'm
time
seeing the
change
whole
for that,
fucking thing.
No, I understand that for sure. That was a really good show. And the Ridge looks a lot better now.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't like it.
what?
Because I like the old nasty shit. Bring that back. Fuck that new yuppie shit.
I mean, if you want, we can go in there and like tear some shit up.
That's what I'm
Those
trying to
stairs
do. Bring me
on the
back the
stage,
stinky
most
portal
of them
or
Like this
fucking
kid-
urinals.
Get
Carpet.
Get like a black hoodie. We'll just go and just roll out carpet, spill a bunch of coke and shit all over
No,
it.
beers sweat.
You could
sweat.
smell it. You could smell
As
it.
soon as you walk in, that stank. That
Just-
was my favorite.
Just
Cigarette
cut like
smoke.
a
Yeah.
just like grab a hooker killer and just like carve her out and just like spill her blood all over the floor. And
That's
shit.
what I'm talking
Yeah.
about.
I can remember one time we saw Hank 3 there, and we were working that night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, say hi to our merch guy John. If you buy Demonseed merch at a show, you will buy it from John.
Saw the hand. There he was.
This is Super John, and
He's just a hand.
Yeah, he's like a thing from the Addams family. He's actually eyeballing this hand right now. Keep apart.
In the shocker.
2, yeah, that's why it's 2 for pig, 1 for stink right now.
We give it 2 stinks up.
There's the cell.
Well, we got to see Hank 3 warm up at Ridgely. Like, nobody else was in the whole place, man. And they had these theater seats, you know, the carpet and everything. So it was stadium style. So we sat in the second row so we could put our feet on the first row and watch Hank 3 warm up, and it was awesome.
Hell yeah.
We watched fucking Symphony X warm up one time.
Hell yeah.
And they did a Bad Company song, and it was flawless, dude. I don't care if you like Bad Company or not. Those guys are hard. That singer is hard to emulate.
Wait,
and
people don't like Bad Company?
I don't know any, but if there are.
What the fuck is wrong with people? If you don't like Bad Company, you're wrong. Like,
You're
what
fucking
the
wrong, brother.
Wrong, brother.
You know, they were one of the very first commercial bands to use a weed reference, you know. In a tour name. They had it on the back of shirts and stuff like that. And at the time, you know, that was really ultra taboo. So for such a commercial fucking band, it took huge fucking nuts to put a weed reference in it.
Yeah.
Now it doesn't matter.
Speaking of shirts that rile people up.
Oops.
I loved it. Like there's always I forgot.
It was me.
Yeah. You were wearing a shirt, and so I was like, "Wow, what the fuck is this shit?
Look at this piece of shit.
Look at this asshole. This is rape culture." It's like, what the fuck? It's a reference from a movie that like everybody knows.
Hey, no, that's not a reference from a movie.
Really? Wait, I thought it was
No, that's at the end of Goats Go to Hell, and it's it's just a scenario. If there was a reference to it, it'd be maybe the Green River Killer, because that's how he got busted coming back. He's fucking a corpse.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
That's right. Yeah, I remember that now.
We thought that we would write a song that encompassed a bunch of serial killers, because I'm like, I'm not doing this serial killer shit no more, man. This is the last song I'm writing about death and rape and all that. Yeah. I'm writing this one, and then not writing no more. You know, we're gonna go on to some new topic. I don't know what. We did not. Human Disposal Syndicate is exactly about rape and fucking corpses.
Love songs.
Yeah.
Great
love songs.
They are love songs.
They're love songs.
Sure are.
In the most brutal, raw way.
Well, yeah, man, I got fucking hate mail, dude. Like, fucking people telling me to kill myself for
On
that
the way
fucking
to
shit. Like,
Vegas.
we're on our way to Vegas, dude, to play Las Vegas Death Fest. Like, you're a fucking piece of shit. I hope you fucking die. You get cancer. Blah, 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 blah.
And these are the social justice people that...
They were telling me that rape's bad, and they're telling me to kill myself.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck you. And then I Googled the word rape and then necrophilia, and I screenshot it and put it in a picture together. I was like, tell me how those are the same. Because they're not.
They're not.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I remember sharing that picture because I was like, dude, and like me and like 3 of my friends got into this huge argument about this shirt. I'm like, dog, it don't matter.
She did. It don't matter.
You know?
She can't say no. That ain't rape.
No, it's abuse of a corpse. It's the actual term for
Yeah, but it ain't rape.
fucking a dead body. No, it's not.
Exactly.
It's just exactly what the shirt states. You can accept it or reject it, but that's the truth.
It's not rape
Wait,
because she said it.
anyhow, go through your scenario in which, you know,
Fucking
he kills a young lady, and then he goes back to the body pit, and he moves whatever he has to the side, and he has sex with the corpse again. And it ends with, it's not rape because she's dead. And all I was doing was I was marveling at what I wrote before and thinking, how the hell do you justify that?
You don't.
So we ended up putting it on the back of his shirt. Yeah. So we're leaving for Vegas, and John's John's a big guy. You can see that.
We're loading up the truck.
Huge. Yeah. And we had some guys that thought that we were pro-rape. I don't know anybody that is pro-rape, you know, openly and puts it on shirts, but we're not those guys.
Yeah.
We put it on the back of his shirt because we thought it'd be offensive, and it was.
Yeah, it worked.
Yeah.
So thanks for all the likes.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like, it kind of makes me want to have like a really fucked up like shirt design where like we have like an arrow going into a chick's clit or something.
Hell yeah. I fucking wear the shit.
Yeah.
I don't know, we'll definitely.
Clit archer. No, you know what? I killed the man in the boat.
coming out with all the gruesome and brutal ideas here. So guys, I mean, as I said, you guys are one of not only the biggest local death metal bands in the scene, but in Texas. Not even just that, you're one of the biggest locals in Texas. Like, I mean, you're technically signed. You are technically signed.
We have a small distribution deal, but we don't have an American label, so if there are any American labels that would like to have us, we may like to have you.
Yeah, no, these guys are doing what all the old school death metal bands, all the new school death metal bands that are signed should be doing right now.
Yeah.
These guys are playing circles around most of those bands.
Well,
Thanks.
Yeah,
For real. Like, I love D-Side. I'm a big D-Side fan, but y'all stole that shit.
Thanks,
Oh,
man.
wow,
Thank you.
thank you.
Hell yeah.
But, so, my homie Nathan, who was a former co-host on here, he recorded, I'm not going to say it wrong. I'm going to say every word right. Searching Through the Carcass of Hooker.
Ah, there you go.
At Dead Rising's last show. And that will be playing at the end of this interview. So why don't we go
cool.
into that song real quick and like get all the details, ideas of the writing it, and riff writing or whatever. Just like all the details of that song if possible.
Who came up with that first riff, didn't it?
Yeah, but it's Bob. It was your template.
I
You know what I
brought
mean?
some couple riffs in, and then we just threw it in with Anthony and the drums, and we just kind of
Yeah.
smashed it together, made a song out of it.
That one
Carl had
part,
the lyrics.
that
I
one
wasn't
part,
around
like
then.
45 seconds in, we're just do, and just like, oh, it's like just no stompy part.
Yeah.
Like, I just stomp every time to that shit. Like, I remember at the Ridgely, when we were at the Ridgely, there's this random bitch doing like somersaults throughout the pit.
Hell
It was
yeah.
literally like tuck and rolls.
I think that was Val.
It's valid.
Oh,
Yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
That-
because I remember
She loves
During-
Yeah,
Derek-
Val gets down, man.
during that song, I think she rolled, stood up at me, and like I thought she was gonna like elbow me, so like I just defensively just went and like kind of like got her in the stomach, and like I got her in the stomach right at that part. I felt so good. I'm sorry if you're watching this.
Oh, she's watching this saying,
She'll
I'll tag you
probably
back.
watch, yeah.
You're on.
Yeah!
Valerie.
That's Texas too, baby.
Hell yeah. So guys, thank you guys so much for coming on the podcast.
Oh, thanks for having us,
I
man.
fucking appreciate it, guys. You're all fucking.
Oh,
Oh shit!
one down.
Oh well. Huh.
My turn. Ooh,
I'm just
the
gonna
Ben-
take this under the table real quick.
Yeah, the Ben Shocker.
So next time on DFW Metal Mayhem, we're gonna be bringing a Oklahoma band on. Not here on set. I recorded this a couple weeks ago out in Lawton, Oklahoma. These guys are super, super badass. If you're a fan of stoner metal and space, you'll dig this shit. I will see you guys next episode.
Ladies and men.
Naked, she began to cry and dragged it up downstairs. I grabbed her and she said she would tell her mom. First I stripped her naked. All she did kick, bite, and scratch. I choked her to death, then cut her in small pieces so I could take my meat to my rooms, cook and eat it. How sweet and tender her little ass was roasted in the oven. It took me 9 days to eat an entire hog. I did not fuck her, though I could have had I wished. She died after